What's up everybody, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel, back with another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In today's video, we're going to be continuing my The Art of series, and this time we're going over a really popular character, my favorite character from Final Fantasy VII, the Art of Zack Fair. Zack will be receiving his C90, a rework to his LD board, and the debut of his highly anticipated burst weapon. But before we talk about that, I want to draw your guys' attention to something new that I started on my YouTube channel called YouTube Memberships. For just 99 cents a month, you guys will have access to a special badge next to your name when you participate in comments, and as well as video premieres on my videos. You guys will also have access to exclusive emotes that are only available on my YouTube Memberships. You guys will also be randomly shouted out with 5 other people that are also YouTube members on newly uploaded videos that I upload. And you guys will automatically be entered into a $15 monthly gift card giveaway that I will be drawing at the end of the month. These are all going to be exclusive to my YouTube members. And to start things off with my YouTube membership, I want to give a special shout out to 5 of my YouTube membership members: Dr. Goober, Big Tatsu, Saiyan Plays, Stumpy02, and Dr. James Anthony David. Thank you so much for your support. If you guys want to support me monetarily for an inexpensive way, 99 cents a month, and you guys have access to all this cool stuff with YouTube memberships. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the Art of Zack. A reminder, guys, there are other content creators that make videos on this type of content. Be sure to check them out on the description and pinned comments. And also don't forget to check out the rest of the fantastic resources out there for Opera Omnia. That way you guys are able to formulate your own educated decision on whether or not you're going to be investing in these characters. Let's start things off with Zack. If you guys are unfamiliar with the character, a little bit of overview. He is a damage dealer with tanking capabilities. He can provoke enemies into attacking him. He applies various effects such as damage resist and brave shields to reduce damage to the party. He also draws all AoE damage to himself to further protect the party, and he sometimes thinks he's bulletproof. Sad face. If you don't understand the joke, play Final Fantasy Crisis Core. His C65, by the way, gets an extension upgrade with a C88. It now has a longer duration, and when you use it, it also adds a self-initial brave up and self-brave damage cap up. His EX, which is his Apocalypse, will be receiving a C85 extension upgrade. It now deals 8 AoE split HP attacks. It now heals his Brave based on each HP attack he deals, and it also extends the duration of his Brave shield. So we're actually going to go ahead and start off with that, because Zack does start off by having this active right away for usage. I'm going to go ahead and use this Quistis Friend, so then that way we don't get interrupted turn-wise. And remember, his EX is the one that gives him that Brave Shield. Pretty powerful Brave Shield, too. There we go. So I like to just get that out of the way when I'm playing Zack. And something to keep in mind is my Zack actually has a fully maxed out Ultima weapon, and he's blue armored with optimum passives, and I believe he has really good spheres too. So you guys are able to see what he can do with like crazy damage output. I'm going to go ahead and pop C65 here, and then I'm going to touch up a little bit on the LD, and then we're going to talk about the burst effect, and then afterwards I'm going to go over how I like to set up skill rotation inside the burst phase and all that. So his LD is going to be getting an LD board rework. It's now going to grant 3 stacks of his special effect that's above his head. At the start of the quest, it used to be at, I believe, at 1, but now it's at 3. It now deals 3 AoE split HP attacks. It now heals his Brave based on each HP attack he deals, and the overhead effect now also adds HP damage up. Now his burst effect, which is going to be something brand new that he gets, it lasts for 6 turns. We are talking about his BT Plus version of this effect. All AoE HP damage is going to be directed to Zack, and he cannot be KO'd even if his HP is at 0 while this burst effect is up. When the BT effect does expire and his HP happens to be at 0, it's going to recover his HP to 1. He's also going to be providing the party a Brave Shield based on own initial Brave. This Brave Shield reduces Brave damage to 0 if incoming Brave damage is lower than the shield's value, and it also reduces Brave damage received if incoming Brave damage is greater than the shield's value. It'll also give the party Brave damage up, HP damage up, Brave damage cap up, and the ever so coveted HP damage cap up. Now we're going to go ahead and use the burst effect now, or the burst finisher. I want to have that active so we get all those nice bonuses. And yes, this scene will give you the feels. I don't have the song playing right now because I am using a different background song for this video. But if you guys have been following JP, you know the song that plays during this burst phase. And I'm telling you guys, if you played Final Fantasy Crisis Core, it's going to give you the feels. All right, so now what I like to do is I like to go simply into his LD, because his LD will give us a free skill usage right after. And then I'm going to go right into the actual burst phase here. So this is the rotation that I personally like to use, is I want to use the free skill usage of his skill 1, because remember, it does trigger twice, and this is one of his harder hitting skills actually, because it does trigger twice. You'll hit like at least like over, yeah, see there you go, over 1 million, which is crazy. All right, and then what I like to do now is go right into LD again, because it'll give us another free skill usage, so we take advantage of using his skill 1 as many times as possible in the burst phase. And remember, we are also able to increase his overhead stacks, which is also pretty loaded. If you guys are looking for more information on his overhead from his LD, be sure to check it out on the Dissidia Compendium. You guys can find out more about what that does, but it's a pretty loaded effect as well. Let's go ahead and go into skill 2. Zack does have some generic buffs. It's coming, I believe, from his skill 2, if I'm not mistaken. I would say they're not nearly as important, and if you run it with some support that does interrupt the buffs, it doesn't really matter, but he does have some generic buffs that he gives to himself. And this is Divine Leviathan, which is going to be the event that coincides with Zack's BT debut. Go, dealing a ton of damage. And then I do want to show you the burst effect in action, because it's going to kick in after this turn. So we get to see Zack's burst finisher once more. Give everybody the feels as he hacks away at whatever bad guys are coming after him. I'm always wondering where those bullets randomly come from. Like, do enemies randomly summon Shinra soldiers to shoot at him when he uses his burst finisher? All right, so let's have some fun here, and we're gonna look at the fireworks, just not do anything to Zack. Here we go. 0 damage. Divine Leviathan is gonna go crazy and try to kill Zack. Look how much damage we did, and this is Lufenia Plus. This is Lufenia Plus, which. Alright, they're targeting Zack. Yup, okay. Oh, you missed. Oh, yep, he's still alive. Nope, he's bulletproof. Sometimes. He's bulletproof. This is pretty funny to see. I'm just gonna let this, alright, there we go. So as you can see, he's immortal with his burst effect up. And remember, if we actually had a full party set up, any AoE damage, it's all directed towards Zack. So Zack takes the damage and he just laughs at it. It's like, yeah, you can't kill me while my burst effect is up. So what are my overall summary and thoughts on this character? Very high damage output, super self-sufficient, and amazing capabilities from both an offensive and defensive standpoint. It's pretty hard to die outside of lethal Lufenia orbs with his BT effect active, as we've seen just now. If we had a full party, he would have just been eating all the damage for the party, and the party also has the Brave Shields. Remember, they have the Brave Shields, which is crazy. He's easy to slot in numerous party comps. He has some generic buffs, like I mentioned to himself, but I really don't think they matter nearly as much, even if they get overridden. He has the infamous HP damage cap up in his BT plus effect. You want to stack that with more HP damage cap up effects, so then that way you're doing more HP damage overall. His burst effect only has 8 turns, so you want to try to ensure to maximize it. Turn hogging damage dealers absolutely love his BT effect, so if you have him just sitting there protecting the party with his active burst effect and have damage dealers take advantage of it, you'll be seeing some really crazy numbers. Like, put his burst effect up together with like Garnet's, and yeah, you'll be blowing a ton of content up with Zack. So overall, he's super powerful, but don't take my word for it. I want you guys again to do your own research. Check out the other videos from other content creators for DFFOO, and also look at the resources that I linked down below in the video description, as well as the pinned comments. Again, don't forget, YouTube memberships are up if you guys want to support me on YouTube further. Thank you guys again for watching. This is 40 the Broadway Saiyan signing out. Mahal, everyone.